Declared capital in Syria. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That declaration comes from a spokesman of the U.S.-backed Kurdish forces there. Fox's Simon Owen monitoring live from London.
Dave, ISIS named Raqqa, Syria as its capital in 2014, but after a 4-month battle, Syrian militias backed by the US say the city has just been retaken through local troops on the ground and the US and its allies bombing from the skies. A Syrian militia commander saying operations have finished, but that the city still needs to be swept for sleeper cells and mines. A monitoring group says more than 3,200 people died in the 4-month effort, more than 1,100 of them civilians. Dave?
Simon, a North Korean ambassador warns that the UN nuclear war could break out at any time, also warning other countries not to join the U.S. in military action or face retaliation. President Trump has drawn the ire of past administrations.
The toughest calls I have to make are the calls where this happens. Soldiers are killed.
Well, then he said many past presidents didn't call the families. An ex-Obama aide calls that a lie, and a former George W. Bush spokesman says that president met or called hundreds, if not thousands, of families. Republican Senator John McCain appeared to take a shot at the Trump administration last night, saying abandoning U.S. global leadership is unpatriotic, warning of
half-baked, spurious nationalism cooked up by people who would rather find scapegoats than solve problems.
McCain said that while accepting the Liberty Award for a lifetime of service from the National Constitution Center. NFL owners and players will meet today amid the national anthem controversy that continued last night.
Titans wide receiver Rashard Matthews making headlines again by refusing to even be on the field during the anthem for the third game this season.
Fox's Marianne Rafferty. The league also dealing with the grievance from the player who started it all. Colin Kaepernick claims there's collusion to keep him out of the NFL. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender means choosing much more than just a rate. Let me ask you, does calling the company with the best client service in America, with 11 J.D. Power Awards to prove it, matter? Does calling the company that invented Rocket Mortgage, the industry's most innovative, client-focused technology, matter? Does calling the company with 17,000 plus team members who are helping to rebuild the great cities of Detroit and Cleveland matter? Of course it matters. No wonder our clients have made Quicken Loans America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
There's concern at the University of Florida. The man who led a white supremacist rally that turned violent and deadly in Charlottesville, Virginia, is going there this week.
The University of Florida is expecting white supremacist leader Richard Spencer to be on their campus in Gainesville this Thursday, and already university leaders have asked students not to attend his talk. But the campus and the surrounding county are gearing up for what could be a real security incident. More than $500,000 has been spent on security so far. And now Florida Governor Rick Scott has set an emergency order for Alachua County, giving the local sheriff resources and funding to handle any breakdown of civil order. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
A mistrial in the murder case of a Mississippi man charged with setting a girlfriend on fire and then leaving her to die. The jury was about to announce a verdict. The judge asked if it was unanimous, and the jurors said it was not. They didn't all agree. That led to the mistrial. A little Georgia boy in need of a kidney has to wait a few more months because his dad, the donor, is in trouble with the law.
2-year-old A.J. Dickerson was born without kidneys, but tests show his father is a perfect match. And Anthony Dickerson is willing to donate one of his kidneys. The problem is Dickerson is behind bars, arrested for a parole violation. The hospital, which had been preparing to do the transplant surgery, says, at least for now, that's a deal breaker.
He was like, what does that have to do with anything? And she was like, well, we need you to be on good behavior for 3 to 4 months before you can give your son a kidney.
AJ's mom, Camilla Burgess, says her son doesn't deserve this. The hospital says it'll reevaluate after the first of the year. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
Down 2 games, the Yankees get one back in baseball's playoffs. New York beat the Houston Astros 8-1 in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. They'll play again today. So will the Dodgers and Cubs in Chicago. LA leads the NLCS 2-0. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News Radio.
Hey, good morning. Tuesday, ESPN 93.5. Weather. Brought to you by the Blossom Basket Florist. From simple to simply magnificent. 2 locations. Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham, and Urbana. Call 367-ROSE or blossombasket.com. It's Diane Ducey.
Expecting sunshine, Stevie J. Today's high 68, 45-hour low tonight. Up to 71 tomorrow, down to 50 with sunshine. Sunny and clear conditions on Thursday, up to 74 by Friday, up to 76, down to 54 in the evening. A chance of rain comes our way on Sunday, the 22nd. Right now, the temperature's at 43, ESPN 93.5.
Well, good to have you along on a Tuesday morning. It is the, 17?
Yes.
October 17, 2 weeks from Halloween. Yeah, 2 weeks to today. Halloween is a Tuesday, I guess.
It is.
Weekend, of course, before will be Wisconsin in town for the homecoming game. Isn't that the holiday celebration stuff? And everybody goes out that weekend before Halloween.
Getting in their costume.
Yeah.
Getting their dogs in costume.
Yeah. We got that going on. I'm generally never home for Halloween, but I think I'll be this year.
Okay.
Then what do I do?
I know, you don't want to hand out candy, I'm sure, because there's sugar in that.
And you don't want to hand out toothpaste. That's boring. And that's no fun. But I can't hand out. There must be some solution.
Older guy in our neighborhood used to hand out money.
Excuse me?
50-cent pieces.
Older guy in your neighborhood? I see. So I'm an older guy. Yeah, I'm the old guy that hands out quarters.
I used
Is that
to go
what you're
home
saying?
and switch out the costume and then go back with a big crew of people who had walked up to the door. I must have made $2 off of that neighbor.
I couldn't afford to hand out money because we'll get a lot of kids. But again, the dilemma is, do I hand out sugar when I am such an advocate against sugar?
Exactly.
I could hand
There's
out.
There's probably some kind of sugar-free candy, sugar-free
Sure,
gum.
there probably is, but again, the cost is prohibitive.
You're right.
Sugar-free candy is not cheap. But I'm torn with the dilemma of, do I stand by what I say?
Hand out rat poison.
That's kind of what I call it, isn't
Exactly.
it? Yeah. So I'll have 2 weeks to figure that out. And
how about apples from Curtis Orchard? They're delicious.
I'll need about 200. How much does that cost?
Yeah, that's probably a lot.
And the apples are heavy for the kids.
pick 'em apples.
You want to make the bunch. Throw a
That's
brick.
right. There was that razor
throw a brick
craze.
in there. Oh, well, anyway. We'll figure it out 2 weeks from today. Anyway, we're winding down. Then I decorate for Christmas 1st of November. So that's how fast this year has gone. Okay, Fighting Illini in Minneapolis coming up on Saturday. It's at 2:30. Cubs tonight, 8 o'clock? What the heck? Go till 12:30? Man. Don't they understand we do a show? Did they not take into account?
Back and forth on that. I'm going to check that.
It's 8:01 Central Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, because the first game starts at 4 with the Houston and Yankees. By the way, the Yankees came back and won last night, 8-1. Cubbies are 8 o'clock. That's late. Because, I mean, these things they just last 3.5, 4 now, don't they? Because, I mean, how many media? I think the Major League Baseball folks are going to have to make a rule that you can only go out to the mound if you're a catcher 12 times. I mean, sometimes there are 2 meetings per batter. Okay, Cubbies tonight. We'll have it on US 105.9. Mitch McConnell and Donald Trump meet for lunch.
With much written and said about the relationship between President Trump and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, the truth is they need each other to get their shared agenda done. After lunch with the president and vice president, McConnell talked about their vision on fixing the tax code.
It's about both reduction and reform. It's been 30 years since this kind of effort was undertaken successfully, and we're going to succeed this time.
McConnell's been under attack by former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon, who has declared war on the GOP establishment. Standing next to the president, McConnell warned of the danger of backing outsider challengers who cannot get elected.
Winners make policy and losers go home.
On Capitol Hill, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Well, if it's not our friend Bethany Blankley, how have you been, Bethany?
I'm doing well, Stevie J. Great to talk with you again.
It's been a while. Well, nice to have political analyst, former congressional aide Bethany Blankley. And gosh, it's been so long. I guess I haven't briefed you on where I am these days. If people say, hey, you're voting for the Republicans next year, my response right now is, why? I'm not voting for the Democrats, but what the heck am I motivated to vote? What the heck? The Democrats are the Democrats, but at least they stick together like Velcro.
Yeah, and you know where they stand. They have made no bounds about what they support and what they don't support. And, the biggest problem right now in D.C. is Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan, and they are the quintessential examples of the swamp. So I give Trump a lot of credit for standing up there as the leader of the party. He is the Republican president, so he is doing his part to show that he is committed to some form of unity if it's possible. You'll notice his remarks about Bannon were actually not negative. He said he believed Bannon was doing what he thinks is right. He was going to try and see if he could get him to back down a little bit, which he knows is not going to happen. And, the GOP should be concerned. Fortunately, they did lose to their establishment candidate, lost in Alabama. Judge Warren Moore won. So this is really good news. I have a lot of faith in the American people that they're going to vote for the non-establishment candidate.
I think it's all wonderful, but I don't think it's going to work. I think that it's probably more likely we could knock off more Democrats and just take 5 or 6 defections. Susan Collins isn't a Republican. I mean, when was she a Republican?
Correct.
I mean, come on.
I think she's voted with Republicans maybe 20% of the time.
No, she's a Democrat. I don't know why she's a Republican in Maine. But the bottom line is, Bethany, wouldn't it be better, Newt Gingrich said it last night, wouldn't it be better to target the very vulnerable Democrats versus go after the establishment, which I think is right, but I just don't think it's going to be successful.
Well, a lot of people said that about Trump. They didn't think he was going to make it. They didn't think he would get in. And I don't know. I think any advantage there is to getting Democrats and establishment Republicans out of office is a good effort.
I just think that with 6-year terms, and you've got to do so many of them, Trump was one. Well, and it was a big one, but it's just, if you don't have, and again, if the establishment, and I'm calling Democrats, Republicans, it's kind of a suit and a club. If they could, anonymously say, would you rather have Trump here or not here? I bet 80% would say not here. Why would they want somebody to ruffle the feathers and ruin the party? It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Nobody wants Trump there because he's trying to upend the status quo. And he's committed to fulfilling the pledges that he made to the American people, and they're not letting him do it. I mean, the biggest obstacle in his path has been the GOP. So, I give a lot of credit to him for standing up there and doing what he could to show that he's committed to unity. But give me a break. They had no intention of repealing Obamacare. Tax reform in 30 years. Give me a break. The wall was already funded under Reagan. The wall was funded under George W. Bush. So the reality is the political will has never been there to actually push through and enforce existing legislation.
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing. It really is for the Republicans, I think. I mean, the whole health care thing, repeal and replace, 7 years, it's embarrassing. So we'll see what happens, Bethany, but you still like being in Washington. You still like being in the mix, huh?
Yeah, I do. And my first book is coming out in a series about Islam, and that comes out before the end of the year.
Fascinating. What's the title?
It's called What Every Christian Needs to Know About Islam. So it's book 1, which is ideology, and book 2 is about politics, and that will come out next year. But your listeners can find out more information on my website.
And what's your website?
BethanyBlankley.com.
Bethany
it's
Blankley.
My name, BethanyBlankley.com.
Blankley, BethanyBlankley.com. That'd probably bring a little rain, what Christians need to know about Islam. I'll look forward to that. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't stay away from anything controversial.
Okay, Bethany. Well, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
We're chatting with you. Political analyst. She was a congressional aide, been in Washington for decades. BethanyBlankley.com. 7:15. It is an 8 o'clock start. It's Cubs and it's
just
late.
Looked it up again.
I think they just need to, change the time because you and I got to go to bed.
No.
What's going on with this?
I have trouble staying up. That nearly 5-hour game.
It's not
snoozing.
Back in the day, baseball used to last 2.5 to 3 hours, and I bet you baseball will say, "Okay, Wilson, you can only go to the mound 10 times, not 30, 10." Wilson Contreras goes to the mound, talk to the pitcher, sometimes twice a batter.
Is that right?
He goes out a lot. And you know what? I mean, catchers ought to be able to talk to the pitchers, but should there be a limit?
Right.
Hey, text in anything we talk about, 359-2255. Cubs must win tonight.
Yes, and they'll send Kyle Hendricks to the mound. Remember, he finished in the top 3 in the National League Cy Young voting last year. We have confidence in him, right, Stevie J?
Why are there Cub fans that are thinking it's over?
I don't know, and there was a lot of chatter about Wade Davis and Joe Madden's bad decision, and we're only 2 games in.
Listen, I think there's a feeling the Cubs have spent their wick. They burned too much against the Nationals, and their toast is their toast? Do you think
really?
So? I don't think so. I think they're in Wrigley Field tonight. You watch the energy coming out tonight. We'll see.
So Kyle Hendricks didn't give up more than 3 earned runs in his last 13 regular season starts this year. So 27-year-old faces Hugh
Darvish.
Thank you.
Hugh Darvish is the acquisition from Texas that the Dodgers got at the trade deadline. Watch for Yasiel Puig.
Yes.
Watch him lick his bat.
Lick the bat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not sure how healthy that is.
Pine tar.
Well, he's licking the top of his bat.
Okay.
But it is weird. It's a weird habit.
Yesterday, New York over Houston, 8-1. Astros on top of that series, 2-1. So, let's see what happens. They'll be in action this afternoon. Tennessee Titans beat the Colts in the last 5 minutes, scoring a couple of touchdowns. 36-22 was the final. Also trending in the NFL, Green Bay's Aaron Rodgers will have that surgery. In Illini news, the volleyball Megan Cooney, Big Ten Freshman of the Week. We've had a couple of wins over the weekend. And tied for 5th in Crooked Creek, our Illinois golf team is in action.
I don't think Mike Small's happy with top 5 finishes. This team normally wins, and they've had a couple of top 5s, but I think they're younger, and they're still kind of getting their legs stretched out here. This is still a top 10 program in the country, but it's pretty demanding if you play golf at the University of Illinois. What? You got a bogey? Say what? Okay, it's 7:18, ESPN 93.5. So there's a study that says dads have fun while moms work around the house. Is that true? So the study says dads have fun while moms work around the house. I thought that's gotten a little better, hasn't it? According to this, we're going to talk about it here coming up in the next 10 minutes. According to the study, 3 months after the birth of their first child, on days when couples were not working, men were most often relaxing while women still did the housework or childcare. Now, I know the June Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver stuff, and that has kind of evolved where I think guys are way more active.
I thought so.
I think so. Now, maybe it's still... guys got an agenda too. The fact that guys can't do more than one thing at a time, we can't multitask like women. Here we go with your weather.
All right, sunny today with a high near 70, down to around 45 this evening, up to 72 tomorrow with sunshine, clear again, low around 50 in the evening, up to 76 on Thursday, 77 Friday, Saturday, near 80, and then 66 Sunday with a chance of showers. Right now the temperature's at 45, ESPN 93.5.
Well, we check our Fox Business Minute, brought to you by Chuck Lee at Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust. Find Chuck, Provident Financial Group, LLC.com. We got Dr. Todd Likens coming up.
From the Fox Business Network, 2 Wall Street institutions are reporting upbeat earnings. Goldman Sachs quarter top forecasts, and Morgan Stanley earnings surprised Wall Street. Even though its trading was weaker, that was offset by other business. Johnson & Johnson's quarter was stronger than forecast, and the drug company is raising its forecast for the year. Its expenses were higher, though both sales and earnings topped predictions. Harley-Davidson sales declined in the summer quarter, but it made more money than expected. Harley is planning to launch 100 new high-impact motorcycles in the next 2 years. It has also created an electric motorcycle. NBC Universal and Snap Inc. will work on making programming for Snapchat. NBC Universal owns part of Snap. The Dow was up 85 yesterday to a record. NASDAQ and S&P also rose to records. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
When weather hits, the right wiper blades make all the difference. That's when the Michelin Man is on your side, helping you see better and drive safer with new Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. Designed with exclusive SmartFlex technology or frameless beam design, Michelin blades flex to the curve of your windshield, giving you unparalleled, streak-free, long-lasting, all-season performance. So when the going gets tough, be ready with Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. It's a difference you can see. Available at Walmart and other fine retailers.
Hi, this is Van from Heel to Toe Shoes in downtown Urbana. Hey, I want to talk to you about work boots, and your feet. If your feet hurt as bad as the sting from the taxes they take out of your check every week, you need to come in and see us. I really think we can help. We have an awesome line of American-made work boots and shoes by Keen, by Thorogood. If you've been having trouble getting through the day without a little pain, come to Heel to Toe Shoes, 106 West Main, downtown Urbana.
328-2424. Tapman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tapman's Towing. 328-2424. Tapman's Towing. 328-2424. Tapman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tapman's Towing. We have pull and we're hooked on you. Tapman's Towing.
Get ready, Chicago. Team is in the National League Championship Series. So get the Dick's Sporting Goods and gear up for the series. Cheer them on through the playoffs and show your support with officially licensed gear. Dick's has everything you need to show your team pride. Fleece hoodies, hats, jerseys, t-shirts, accessories, and more for men, women, and kids. Come in today or shop online at Dicks.com for all your officially licensed Chicago gear. Every season starts at Dick's.
I mean, does it feel different than last year? I mean, this isn't the Cubs. Ooh, the GOAT, Bartman, 1908.
It does feel different.
It is different. Did I not tell you?
Yeah.
Did I not say this is never going to be quite as good as it was the first time? I mean, it was the surge. It was the no way. It's that they can't do it. They've never 1908. We can't. And they did. And then all of a sudden, expectations changed. And then when are they going to get it going? And then, come on, Joe. Why'd you put him in there?
Yep. There was a lot of that yesterday.
Hey, listen, Joe Madden doesn't really care what you think. It's right. Okay. He's going to do his thing. Tim Kirchin was on last hour with Mike and Mike, and he said, I asked Joe Madden when he was managing in Tampa, why I got to the ballpark 2 hours before he did. And he said, Tim, if you think I'm going to come here at noon for a 7 o'clock game, sit in my underwear and drink coffee, you're just wrong. I mean, what's Coach Ditka say? It's not rocket science. He said, if you know the difference between come here and sick 'em, you can play football. He said it's silly how much time people spend coaching or managing or something. And I think my theory is the pay has gotten so good that they got to justify work 20 hours a day because they can't believe how much they're getting paid. They're football coaches. And you're telling me it's a multi-million-dollar deal if you're a coordinator? You're getting 1.8 as a coordinator? Not a head coach? I mean, that's what the big guys are doing in the SEC.
You're right.
So that's just my theory. I have no proof. I'm just thinking these guys who used to get, $30,000 coaching high school and teaching social studies, now are getting a lot of money. And so they're going, well, yeah, it's difficult. We got to go through that football return tape again because that guy's missing that block. We put a lot of time in it. I've always been against the amount of time coaches in college spend because it's away from everything else in their life, and there's no balance. And I just refuse to believe it's that complicated. Anyway, that's just an aside. I think you can get the job done in a good 12-hour day. I don't think 18 is necessary. Okay, you want to have fun at a birthday party? Hunter's Haven does archery birthday parties. I think the kids will love it.
Yeah.
Hunter's Haven's off Bloomington Road in Champaign. They offer archery birthday parties for your child. Book with them today. 359-1920, 359-1920.
Chicago Trib says Joe Madden on criticism. Social media doesn't count at all. Okay.
Well, I mean,
a lot of people on social media feel like their opinion counts. That's for sure.
But it doesn't really.
Well, that's what Joe says.
It doesn't really.
Just look away.
Is he gonna worry about who he takes out and who he puts in? Not a chance.
The moment I need to start worrying about social media, I need to really retire.
No, that's right. And he'll keep her going, but I'm telling you, he'd have gotten the same kind of heat had they lost the World Series using Chapman too much. He got the same kind of heat with Wade Davis trying to get a 7-out save the other night. It's the same thing. This one didn't work. I mean, it's inevitable. It's not all going to work. His stuff has been working, but he's going to need to win tonight. Cubbies do have to win tonight. I mean, there's no way. They're not coming back from 3-0. They win tonight and tomorrow, it's even. You can win a game in Los Angeles, can't you? I think it's... I'm really surprised. The Cubs are, oh boy, fans are bailing. What?
No.
Come on, man.
They're just, tapping into their old Cub ways and a little grouchy. By the way, Cubs Joe Mad has 400,000 followers on Twitter.
Oh yeah? Does he tweet much? I didn't know Joe Madden tweeted much. I don't think he's a big Twitter guy.
Right.
Although if he has
but I mean, he is criticizing Twitter especially.
All right.
And the fans and chiming in on his coaching perspective.
Well, again, most of his stuff to date has worked, and maybe the honeymoon's over, and now you can criticize Joe Madden, and that's just kind of how it works. I mean, I have been saying this for a year. Enjoy, because it's just not going to be this good ever again, because that's life. Once you win one, then it's all of a sudden the whole expectation thing. But I'm got to tell you, last year was special. It was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Can they? Will they? No way. Yeah, they did it. $5 million at the parade.
Yeah.
It just can't quite be like that again. You can win another one, but it isn't kind of that. Well, they should. I mean, it's a different feel.
It is.
Okay, Mettler Center. You want to get in shape? You want to think Mettler Center. They open pretty early, too. You can get 5:30 class, I think.
That's right.
Mettler Center, committed to transforming the health and well-being of our community through compassionate care, innovative treatments and services with proven results to help people lead productive and fulfilling lives. Free consult. Available for personal training, wellness coaching, one-on-one yoga, Pilates lessons, not to mention fitness memberships. It's a wonderful family-owned place. Visit MEttlerCenter.com. They sponsor our Sugar Busters club meetings Wednesday mornings with Warren Honeycutt. It's MEttlerCenter.com. And again, to get in shape, go to the Mettler Center. You'll love their staff and their people. They're wonderful. And not to mention their groundbreaking therapy, personal therapy. They got therapy sessions, and some of the techniques that Paul Mettler invented are amazing. Mm-hmm. And I woke up early this morning. I think I needed my dopamine because I think I'm kind of hooked. Dopamine is what happens when you exercise. So my eyes opened a minute before I would get up on a Tuesday or Thursday to exercise.
Okay.
And so I pulled my body out of bed because this is good sleeping weather where you kind of have a hard time waking up.
It's true.
Dark, chilly, and really sleepable.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, got up and did my dopamine thing.
Good for you.
Feeling good. But you know what? I'm doing it more for the extra energy it's given me. It is true. Some of the stuff I'm trying to get done, the long days we're putting in, I'm feeling it. I really do. But it took a while. It took 4 weeks for me to really get into it. But I've been pretty steady. But I can see how people kind of start and stop. But once you get going, man, you kind of need the hit. So that's good. More with Warren Honeycutt tomorrow in our Sugar Buster Club meeting, 7:30.
Stand-up comedy returns to Addie's Bar and Grill at Stone Creek Golf Club in Urbana on October 20th and 21st. Join us for some laughs as Tom Clark and Adam Burke provide their original and funny comedy. Tom Clark has appeared on such shows as TBS's Conan, CBS's Late Late Show, The Bob and Tom Radio Show, and Comedy Central's Premium Blend. Dinner and a show packages are now available for sale inside Addie's Bar and Grill. Get your tickets today as seating is limited. Visit addies.net for more information.
Hey, if you want to ask a dog or cat question, Dr. Todd Likens will be up in about 20 minutes. And we'll give you a chance if you want to text in 359-2255. You can text in a question or anything you have for Dr. Likens, our pet pro. He's at Madison Kirby about anything dog related, ear infection, shedding. Man, we took the dogs in and got them groomed. It does make a big difference. There's no doubt we have less shedding if you keep them groomed every 4 to 6 weeks. He only charges $20. Pretty good. That's a wash and brush out and nails, all that stuff. Anyway, Pet Pro coming up, Dr. Todd at 10 before the hour. And if you want to text in any pet questions, cat, dog, any pet questions, you just text them in, 359-2255. All right, do moms still work and dads still play? Is that still the thing? Is that kind of old? Really? A little surprised by the survey. It was conducted at Ohio State, so I don't know. I know how to do research.
Those Buckeyes.
I don't know. We'll talk about that next. ESPN 93.5.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. A warning from North Korea to its neighbors, the United States, and our allies.
At the UN, a senior North Korean diplomat claiming, quote, a nuclear war may break out at any moment. Kim In-ryong accusing the US of threatening his country and saying North Korea needs nuclear weapons for self-defense.
Fox's Simon Owen. President Trump's getting pushback for saying past presidents did not regularly call families of fallen troops and that President Obama never did.
That assertion was challenged by a reporter.
I was told that he didn't often, and a lot of presidents don't. They write letters.
A former deputy chief of staff to President Obama reacted on Twitter, calling President Trump a deranged animal and a liar. A former spokesman for President George W. Bush said he called or met hundreds, if not thousands, of family members of war dead.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland. Fox News. We report, you decide.
We're talking with Habib from Benefit Planning Consultants. Identity theft is huge right now, isn't it?
Identity theft for you, for your children, medical identity theft. People get medical services based on your name, all kinds of things. If you have any value in any property of value, any accounts.
All right, tell people how they can get hold of BPC. How can they get enrolled through Benefit Planning Consultants?
This would be a voluntary employer benefit added. So the employer can call BPC 800-355-2350 or bpcinc.com, and they can submit the request for us, and we'll call them back.
And what if I have a very small company?
There's no minimum enrollment virtually. I mean, 2 or more people. And so even if a small company can do it, no cost to the employer, employees can save more than going to LifeLock directly.
Does it cover family members, or must you add them individually, or can you add them individually?
You can add them, so you can protect everybody.
Go to bpcinc.com or call 800-355-2350 now.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Mike Kessel. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 1701 Broadmoor Drive, Suite 110. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery. Country Arbors is having our biggest sale of the year. Every plant in the nursery is at least 20% off, with select plants up to 50% off. These aren't merely leftover plants from the spring. We've been bringing in fresh new plants to keep the nursery fully stocked for the last big push going into winter. The best time to plant is now. Less transplant shock and less money. So come out to Country Arbors Nursery for the best selection of trees, shrubs, and perennials, and they're all on sale. For more information and directions, go to countryarbors.com. I'm Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery, and have a nice day.
Let us check the ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast brought to you by your friends from Busey. Your dream, our promise. Member FDIC.
Sunshine high 70, 45 our low tonight, 72 tomorrow, low 49, 76 the high on Thursday with sunshine, down to 50, partly cloudy both Saturday and Sunday as we get up to 77. We're currently at 45 on ESPN 93.5.
Well, he is a board-certified psychiatrist, Dr. David Henderson, Dallas, Texas. David, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Ooh, nice voice, too, man. I could just hear you 11 o'clock at night. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air. This is Dr. Dave. How are you?
Hey, set me up, and I'll
nice
I'll
voice,
do it.
man. You got it going on. Way better than Dr. Laura's voice. Come on, man. New study. Dads are playing, moms are working. We're back to that? June Cleaver? I mean, what's going on here?
Yeah, the question is whether or not we're just affirming an age-old conundrum, or if this is really new evidence or research. But there certainly seems to be a disparaging, or a disparity between, the amount of work that men are willing to do in the home versus leisure time, and I think it's an interesting point whether or not this is really an issue or a problem that people are dissatisfied with the discrepancy. That remains to be seen.
Is it
issue?
Changed at all? I mean, or because we've evolved where guys are doing more? I don't think there's any doubt about that. Based on the 1950s, guys are doing more. Are they doing enough? That certainly can be questioned. And then is it evolving back to where the little woman does all the work and is in the kitchen?
Well, that's a great point, and we only have the immediate results of the study. We don't necessarily have anything to compare it to. So it could actually mean, based on the evidence, that things are getting better and improving. Let's face it, we do live in a society where there is a much more, complementary exchanging of roles within the home between husband and wife. And I would say that based on what I've seen in my practice and what I've read, that gap is narrowing between the roles that take place in the home. There's a lot more sharing that's taking place, a lot more going on between men and women being willing to share that responsibility. So I think it's actually a good thing in general, and this study may be creating a problem where there really isn't one.
Yeah, I would say that. Board-certified psychiatrist Dr. David Henderson. David, can we somehow destigmatize mental illness? Can this society get to where we can openly say, you know what, he's got a rash on his arm, he's got a little, need to talk to someone? Why do we still can't talk about it?
Well, I think the reason is because people who reach out to address their mental health often see it as fixing something that's broken. And I really challenge my clients and the people that I speak to at conferences to see mental health care as performance enhancement, just like you would look at going to a personal trainer at the gym to get an edge on your physical fitness. The same can be seen for mental health care. Yes, certainly there are diagnosable conditions that need medications and need more extensive treatment, but my attitude is that everyone should be seeking out their own mental health care. It just improves your overall quality of life and enables you to have that edge within society from a psychological standpoint.
I love that perspective. I think it's accurate, and I think it's very, very good to think like that. But still, if somebody is talking to a psychiatrist, we're hushed about it. We don't want to tell anybody.
Well, and certainly there's a balance between destigmatizing a situation and maintaining privacy. And let's face it, our psychological makeup is something that's very private and needs to remain private. The sharing of information has to be done so carefully and in a healthy way. So there needs to be some of that hush-hush privacy when someone reaches out to a therapist, and that's why we maintain our clients' confidentiality for that very reason.
But there's nothing wrong with people needing to talk to people from time to time.
Absolutely not. And the therapeutic experience with a counselor is unlike any other relationship that you'll ever have. And it's a powerful situation because you've got an objective observer, someone who is meeting with you, who is trained, that's going to maintain that confidence and really create a practice environment for you to process what you're thinking and feeling emotionally, so that you don't make those big mistakes in your relationships outside of the context of therapy. And there really isn't any other relationship like that where that can play out.
Anybody fall asleep on you? Because your voice is very soothing. I could really hear you. Huh? That's what I said. Diane, wake up. Very, very nice melodic tones there, David. Where can people find you online?
Folks can go to my website. It's fourstonesgroup.com. That's all spelled out, fourstonesgroup.com.
Love your perspective, David. Thanks for the time.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Dr. David Henderson is his name. Psychiatrist, board certified. Means he went through all that stuff to get that designation. But yeah, it's to be able to feel okay. Because a lot of people that talk to people, a lot of people that go to see David, they're feeling better. But yet we probably wouldn't say, well, I'm talking to my psychiatrist, because then people would say, ooh, what's wrong with you?
Oh, yeah, there's a stigma to that.
Are
you crazy?
Yeah, I don't like that. I think that it's important to be able to say, go to the gym. It's like that. You're going to get physical kind of a workout for your brain and talk things out.
Agreed.
Because I'm telling you, we're losing the spoken word. I mean, we are. We text probably more than we talk. We're busy.
It's true.
When do we have deep conversations anymore? When was the last deep conversation you had with a human being? You don't have time. You're doing XYZ, trying to get 1 through 7 done because you got to get all that done. It's more of, can you do this, or what time will you be home? The questions that are now in our lives, they're not really about the deeper philosophical conversations. Somebody was, when we were talking about social media and how particularly the millennial super dependent on all that, one person in a study said, not today, but one day I want to learn how to have a conversation. What is the result of a generation that loses its ability to truly converse? Is there a penalty for that? Are we going to not be very good at talking? It sounds really silly to say, but I don't know how good we are. I think we can communicate basic instructions and understand assignments, but are we able to really critically say, well, troubleshoot? Let's talk about the possibilities here and use your words versus some emoji. I don't know. I mean, I sense that we are headed down a path we're not going to like. The ramifications of not communicating, oh, I didn't know you meant that. Yeah, actually I did, but you never asked or you never came in and talked about it. I text you, I didn't get it. What? Well, I've been having a problem with my phone. I don't know. It's always good to converse and talk and hear the spoken word. And I don't know if that aids the problem people have sometimes because they lose a connection. We are made to connect with people. It is good to be with people. And I think the phone has isolated us somewhat. Even when we're around people, we're virtually distanced from them.
It's true.
It's just a weird dynamic.
And I even notice it when I'm out to eat these days. A whole family. Everybody's in their own little corner with their phone.
Yep. 359-2255. You can text in anytime. Dr. Todd, Pet Pro, 5 minutes away. Got a pet question? Do that as well. All right, ESPN 93.5. I'm here with Stone Seed rep Tim Wood. What's taking place in the soybean harvest this season?
80-plus bushel soybean yield, Steve.
80-plus bushel?
That's right.
What varieties are performing with this high consistency?
Steve, extends 3116, 3527, 3827, and our new 3628.
All right, call Tim Wood, 493-2295. That's 493-2295. Stone Seed. We know Illinois.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Dan Lebitard and Stu Gatz.
You're really mad at football.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Since the season got going.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know what's happening to me today.
Yeah.
You know what's happening to me today. Yeah. I am heartbroken and reeling because the artist, the guy in that I could trust to bring me a masterpiece every weekend, despite all of the sewage around him. Aaron Rodgers, this sport hurt my beloved yesterday and injured that throwing area. I'm hurt by that. Not that. Not something that will affect his future beyond now. Not you're going to ruin it for me forever. His artistry. I need to see him paint on Sundays. Because what else do I have? I got Alex Smith taking sacks. I got Eli Manning throwing to the tight end, his third tight end.
You'll always have Tommy.
At Ferguson, service is our most important part. So if service is the part you're missing from your supply house, come into one of our 600 nationwide locations and let our team help yours. Whether it's tracking down those hard-to-find parts, having your order ready and waiting at our will call, or helping you manage your inventory with our SKU app and online ordering, the edge every trade professional needs is right around the corner. And with Ferguson Pro Plus, you'll earn redeemable points with every online purchase. Come into one of our locations or visit Ferguson.com today.
Duralast batteries are proven tough in the most extreme conditions. They're tested to start in 140-degree heat or temperatures of 40 below. Yep, they're that tough. So if they can do that, they can definitely perform for your nephew's soccer game, work through a scattered thunderstorm, or be dependable on Sunday afternoon trips to the grocery store. Because no matter what the weather's like, it's nice to know that you've got a proven tough Duralast battery under the hood. Duralast, proven tough, and sold only at AutoZone. Let's get you what you need.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. All right, Dr. Todd Likens coming up. You got a question? Ask the Pet Pro in a few moments. Check your sports headlines now.
It's the Cubs and the LA Dodgers. Hugh Darvish is to the mound for the Dodgers at Wrigley, and we've got Kyle Hendricks on the mound. You'll hear the first pitch right around 8 on US 105.9. 8 o'clock tomorrow, 7 o'clock Thursday, Saturday at 3 in LA, and Sunday at 6:30 for Game 7. So we will go all the way. That's
well, you do have to win tonight.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I think they will. I think they'll beat the Dodgers tonight.
But right now, LA's on top 2-0. Houston Astros on top 2-1. New York Yankees win yesterday. That final was 8-1. They've got a game this afternoon. NFL action at the Tennessee Titans, scoring in the last 6 minutes of the game, beating the Indianapolis Colts yesterday 36-22. Aaron Rodgers will have some surgery. And another thing that's trending is the Associated Press asked 84 schools about the nation's power program, 6 top conference teams to respond about the arrests that appended college hoop mere days before practices in the 17-18 season that began around the country. 63 schools that responded. They said 28 will probe into their internal reviews. So did the Pac-12 conference, forming a task force to dive into the cultural issues of recruiting. Illinois was not amongst them.
Yeah, and Condoleezza Rice is on a task force that's trying to see what's going on out there.
I mentioned that last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and meanwhile, Illinois needs that point guard to say yes to us. And apparently, everything that I'm seeing, it sounds like, and again, we've been here before, it sounds like we got a really good chance at Ayu Dusomu. Anyway, he's a 5-star point guard, and he was here over the weekend. Yes. Stayed over at the I. He's mom and dad and him and his people.
Nice.
Anyway, they were here, and I think everything went well. So, Illinois needs we need something good like that.
And we're hearing it's between us and Wake Forest.
Yeah. Wake Forest?
I know.
From Chicago.
I know.
How often are you going to get to North Carolina? Isn't that where
this
totally
South Carolina? Makes sense.
Where's Wake? Is that South Carolina? How often are you getting down there? How do you even get there?
Right.
I mean, really? Don't you want to come see him at the State Farm Center? We got orange seats now. Like a quarterback's top receiver, B-Dubs has the perfect wing sauce pairing for their Blue Moon Belgian white beer. Called Blue Moon BBQ, available for a limited time while supplies last only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings Beer Sports, please drink responsibly. It's official. Weekends are now reserved for football, so come watch it at B-Dubs with other fans who are all there for the same reason, to watch sports. In a place packed with roaring fans and a vast menu of food, it's built for fans, it's home for football. It's Buffalo Wild Wings, Wings Beer Sports. Cliff Alexander had informed our Illinois coaching staff that he was coming to Illinois until he picked the Illini hat, then put it down and picked up Kansas.
That was cruel.
And he didn't work out. I mean, there were all kinds of stuff with him.
Yep.
Stuff.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is where Wake Forest.
Wherever.
Yeah.
It's not Champaign. We're better. Way better weather. Maybe. Anyway, we're hoping. But again, you're almost afraid to feel like you might get this young man, but that's the feeling out there. I think they think he's going to come here and be really good, because right now we kind of need a jolt of good news, because we have not had the commits we wanted in the last 4 weeks, and football is, getting ready for Minnesota, and kind of a process we're going through with the Fighting Illini. But I do believe it's going to be okay. And I said yesterday, I'm saying it today, the Illini football team will win again this year. Okay, I know, kind of bold. That's what I believe that.
But I wanna play.
Time to talk our vet here. Talk to him.
I'm your best friend. You can get away.
Everybody loves pets, I think, or a lot of people do anyway. I love them.
I deserve a treat because I'm a
yeah, you deserve pyros. Come on.
I got hair shaking the air, doggy by the day.
Any pet questions? Welcome to chime in. 359-2255. Dr. Todd Likens, Pet Pro. Yeah, there's no question the grooming helped our hair. No doubt. Yeah, it worked well, Todd, so thank you.
I knew it would, Stevie. You know, it's like I didn't believe it either until I had a professional grooming done. And it's amazing how much less hair you'll have after you have grooming.
But see, I've already researched how to make sweaters out of dog hair. That's all. I mean, really, you can. It's warmer than wool.
There was a time when I got paid $75 a pound for cat hair for research. I wish I was still getting it, but I'm not getting paid $75 a pound for cat hair.
Wouldn't that take a lot of hair to get to a pound?
Right. Oh, it did. But, we shave cats, so our poundage would add up.
Yeah. How can you tell your dog has an ear issue?
Well, first of all, look at both sides, and if you see one side's a lot redder than the other, that's your first tip. Thickening of the ear will be another tip, and smell will be there if it's got a yeast infection.
And shaking maybe their head a little much?
Head shaking, yep, that's another good sign.
Tapeworms, roundworms, hookworms, what the heck are they, and how do you get that?
Tapeworms they get from fleas, and that's the only way they get it. That just tells you got a flea problem. It looks like rice segments in the stool. Excuse me. Roundworms, a lot of times they'll vomit. They look like spaghetti, ugly worm.
Yeah.
And you said hookworms is a little tiny one. You'd have really trouble seeing it. It attaches and sucks blood, so you get a lot of blood in the stool.
Man, I tell you, but again, fleas do the one, but what does the others?
Just a contamination of soil, eating mice, or all sorts of routes of ingestion.
I got you. All right. How can dogs lose weight?
Get up and do exercises with Stevie J would be one.
Yeah?
I assume you're working on that video.
Yeah.
Cut food by 10% is where you start. Figure out what they're eating and cut it by 10% a day, and you try it for a month and see how it goes.
Why don't you tell Charlie you're cutting his food 10%?
Yeah, you tell Charlie.
Yeah, let me know how that goes. I mean, it's amazing. I know exactly what that animal's thinking. Yeah. He waits till Lovey takes a breath, and then he puts his snout in her bowl. That's unacceptable.
Yeah. I always tell people when you're putting a pet on a diet, it's best, if you feed them twice a day, it's best to keep the evening meal heavier than the morning meal, because odds are they're going to keep you up all night. Just kind of, I just rearranged this coin on your dresser. So just their way of saying, well, since you're up, feed me.
Yeah, no, I know. Charlie kind of does that to me. But Bella and Lovey are pretty normal from the standpoint of eating. And how many? What's your situation? No puppies, right?
No puppies right now. Can you believe that?
How does that feel?
I'm sleeping all night. It feels great.
And how is our little Alfie? Tell the Alfie story.
Alfie is our little miracle baby. We noticed Alfie's special needs, or was, at day 2 that Alfie was not attaching to the mom and sucking. So we started bottle feeding Alfie. And then we had also noticed that Alfie had this little alfalfa sprout type colic on the top of her head. So that's how we got the name Alfalfa Sprout. And now we're called the Alphinator because we're doing so good. But basically, we bottle fed Alfie until just a week ago, and Alfie, through growing up, has outgrown the defect that wouldn't allow her to suck, and now she's eating food normally and acting like a normal puppy.
But kind of a miniature because the development is late, correct?
Oh, yeah, because she just wasn't getting the calories. If you can imagine trying to eat your meal through a bottle, she just wasn't getting the calories she needed.
And so she'll stay small, or do you expect her to grow?
Ooh, good question. She's grown a ton in the last week now that she's eating food.
Yeah, I bet she has. I mean, but I don't understand. If she doesn't attach to the mom, you still have to suck on a bottle.
Right. Well, she chewed on the bottle, more or less. And,
all right.
and Gina's got, probably wrists of steel now because she would squeeze the bottle to help get the milk into
Wow,
Alfie's
you
mouth.
guys, how often did you do that?
It was every 3 or 4 hours.
Oh.
We're too old to be raising babies, but we were doing 1 o'clock feedings, and I was warming bottles up in the refrigerator. Now I'd warm up 2 bottles, one of milk and one of gruel.
Unbelievable. I mean, what it
It'd
takes.
be a 2-course meal for Alfie.
What it takes to do what you do. It's amazing. And where can people find the pictures of your puppies that you raise?
I think Gina's going to have them on the website, the SnowAngelRetrievers.com, real soon. She's making a little slideshow of Alfie's life.
Wow, how fun
Alfie's looking for a special needs home.
Yeah.
We think she's going to be fine.
You're not sure the health ramifications.
We think she's going to be healthy at this point. We think she's outgrown the defect. But, where there's one defect, you always got to be cautious about other ones.
Yeah.
But she looks and acts very normal now.
It tells mostly about you guys. I mean, that's pretty amazing. All those dogs at your house, and you're up every 3 hours bottle feeding one. That's pretty cool. Todd, how do people find you?
Hey, we're at Kirby and Mattis or by the police station in Mahomet. Mahomet phone's not working, so call 355-5051 if you want to get us today for both places.
You're the man, bud. Thanks so much.
All right, see ya.
Dr. Todd Likens, Pet Pro, every Tuesday.
Awesome.
I mean, you know what? And I don't want to be cold or cruel or anything, but I think a lot of breeders might say, one's not going to make it.
Well, and I remember Pixie, when she had 8, she kept nudging one to the side, the runt. Like, I've got enough, and I'm going to weed this one out.
And they're just
motherly
they
instinct.
don't survive.
Right.
So the fact that Gina and Todd Likens bottle fed every 3 hours, little Alfie, and I saw a picture of little Alfie, and Alfie is off the charts. It's different kind of looking, but beautiful, cute, and little. Now, probably you know what will happen? Alfie's going to be the Red Clifford we used to read about. It's going to be bigger than their house.
Maybe.
It's going to be, man, what's up with the pituitary thing? Whoa. Anyway, Dr. Todd on Tuesdays at this time. We're back after the news with private wealth advisor Derek Kinney. Millennials link money with happiness, but not how you expect. Interesting. We'll have that next. ESPN 93.5.
Hey, football fans. The 2017 football schedules are out. Made available in part by the following sponsors. Please patronize these companies. They're an asset to our community. Accounting Plus Tax Solutions. Allstate, Craig Denimore. Rose Heating and Air. Body Cargo Plumbing. Sheer Perfection. NX Electric. Ryan Ewell Remax. Mr. Fix-It. Just Concrete. And Marshall Taggart. This announcement is brought to you by Prestige Marketing LLC. Please visit PrestigeMarketingLLC.com.
Are you tired of fixing that old broken down furnace every winter? Call Matex Heating and Cooling for the perfect solution. From now through December 15th, choose special financing for 6 years or a $1,000 trade-in allowance on qualifying systems during Train's Unstoppable event. Call 355-9700 or visit matexservice.com. Serving Central Illinois since 1994. Get the fix with Matex. It's hard to stop a train.
For complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Hey, it's Stevie J. Have the roof your home deserves. For your next roofing project, why don't you go with Roof Doctors, a locally owned and family-operated business for over 25 years. They use superior materials. They're a certified shingle contractor, so they can offer a 50-year non-prorated full system warranty, and they won't loan your work out to subcontractors. Hey, Roof Doctors has worked on my home, and the results are fantastic. But don't just take it from me. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, Roof Doctors has plenty of satisfied customers. Get a free quote at roofdoctorsco.com.
Stand-up comedy returns to Addie's Bar and Grill at Stone Creek Golf Club in Urbana on October 20th and 21st. Join us for some laughs as Tom Clark and Adam Burke provide their original and funny comedy. Tom Clark has appeared on such shows as TBS's Conan, CBS's Late Late Show, The Bob and Tom Radio Show, and Comedy Central's Premium Blend. Dinner and a show packages are now available for sale inside Addie's Bar and Grill. Get your tickets today as seating is limited. Visit addies.net for more information.
Check out the new BMW of Champaign. It's not like the old Twin City. They have new on-site local ownership since 2013, along with a new state-of-the-art facility. With a Customer First Service Award winner for 2015, BMW of Champaign does business your way. Yes, they have tons of cars. Yes, they'll get you what you want. Yes, they discount, deal, and even pick up and deliver. So stop in, ask for Ben, and give BMW of Champaign a look. BMW of Champaign at the corner of Neal and Burwash in Savoy. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Democrats said it was like putting the wolf in charge of the hen house. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. And now the man who was nominated to be the next drug czar is backing out. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
President Trump tweeting in the last half hour, Representative Tom Marino has informed me that he's withdrawing his name from consideration as drug czar. Tom is a fine man and a great congressman, he wrote. Yesterday during a Rose Garden press conference, the president declined to express confidence in Marino following revelations that the lawmaker helped steer legislation, making it harder to act against drug companies in the opioid crisis. Dave?
John, ISIS is closer to being driven out of the terror group's declared capital in Syria. Fox's Simon Owen monitoring live from London.
Dave, an alliance of Kurdish and Arab fighters backed by the U.S. saying military operations in Raqqa, Syria are over. Although the U.S. military is more cautious, a spokesman telling Fox News 90% of the city has been recaptured, but some fighting remains. The local alliance, the Syrian Democratic Forces, says a few hundred remaining ISIS fighters were flushed from inside Raqqa's main hospital, which had served as an ISIS headquarters, and a sports stadium, which was being used as a prison and dungeons. Dave?
Simon, with the California wildfires that killed 41 people under better control. Thousands more evacuees were allowed back home, but many, like this man in Santa Rosa, couldn't believe the burnout mess they returned to.
Wow. It's even worse than I thought.
Nearly 6,000 homes burned down. NFL owners and some players will meet today trying to end the national anthem controversy, looking for a way to keep players from taking a knee.
The NFL wants to find a compromise that still allows players to use their platform to make awareness on issues that matter to them, like social justice and equality.
Fox Business Network's Tracy Carrasco outside the owners' meetings in New York. Last night, Titans receiver Rashard Matthews stayed off the field for the anthem, waiting in the tunnel of the locker rooms. Fox News, fair and balanced.
I'm Jay Farner from Quicken Loans. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.875%, APR 4.05%. But choosing the right mortgage lender involves so much more than just a rate. Only Quicken Loans has earned 11 J.D. Power Awards. No other lender comes close to that level of client satisfaction. And we invented Rocket Mortgage. It gives our clients a simpler, hassle-free way to get a mortgage completely online in minutes. No one else has anything like it. And our people. Each one of our 17,000-plus team members throughout Detroit, Cleveland, and Phoenix provides absolute client satisfaction each and every day. So why would you go anywhere else to get your mortgage? Go to America's #1 online lender. Call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com for the best mortgage experience on earth. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
2 months after saying he was disappointed in Mitch McConnell over the failed Obamacare repeal, he and the Republican Senate leader appear united on tax reform.
We're together totally.
After lunch with the president and vice president, McConnell talked about their vision on fixing the tax code.
It's about both reduction and reform. It's been 30 years since this kind of effort was undertaken successfully, and we're going to succeed this time.
McConnell's been under attack by former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon, who has declared war on the GOP establishment. Standing next to the president, McConnell warned of the danger of backing outsider challengers who cannot get elected.
Winners make policy and losers go home.
On Capitol Hill, Mike Emanuel, Fox News.
Stock futures are up slightly. The Dow's only 44 points away from hitting 23,000 for the first time. Disgraced Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein may be in Arizona for rehab over his sexual misconduct scandal, but he'll talk to his brother Bob today, still upset over being removed from his company. Also, amid the growing allegations, there's this.
Hashtag #MeToo is a movement started by Alyssa Milano to shed light on the widespread problem of sexual assault, harassment, and rape following the Harvey Weinstein accusations. It began when she tweeted a note from a friend that said, if all the women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote "Me Too" as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem. So she took that and ran with it. The response overwhelming from both men and women. The actress, in an essay for Patriot Not Partisan last week, wrote she is sickened and angered over the accusations. Among those posting with the hashtag, Anna Paquin, Deborah Messing, and Anika Noni Rose. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
The Yankees can get even today with the Astros in baseball's playoffs. Houston won the first 2 games of the American League Championship Series, but New York last night took Game 3, 8-1. The NLCS resumes today, the Dodgers and the Cubs. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
Well, save time and money. Shop local with CMI, Chemical Maintenance Incorporated. Their owners, Betsy and Brad Parks, love to give you a free quote. Put CMI in your circle of trust right now. CMI giving you an opportunity to learn about an effective way to prevent the spread of harmful disease, viruses, and germs. Call today. Last day to call on this. It's 359-6262. Perfect for people who work at gyms, schools, hospitals, daycares, vet clinics, medical facilities, and transportation companies. 359-6262. Find out and learn more about disinfection, sanitizing, and mold control. CMIClean.com, 359-6262.
We've got a high 70 today, 45-hour low tonight, up to 72 tomorrow, down to 50. 76 the high on Thursday, down to 52. 77 with partly cloudy conditions Friday and Saturday. Chance of rain comes our way Sunday. Currently 47, ESPN 93.5.
Well, ESPN 93.5, U of I Credit Union, Chambana Moms, U of I Women's Basketball Team invites you to Trick-or-Treating with the Stars 2017 this Sunday, 3 to 5. At the Yubbin Basketball Practice Facility, meet Nancy Faye, all the women's basketball players. That's at 4th and St. Mary's in Champaign. There'll be a lot of people at Trick-or-Treating with the Stars.
I love seeing all the costumes. The superheroes. That seems to be popular every year. Just a whole lot of fun when we do this event.
What's the peak age?
I don't know. Aiden was asking at 14 whether he should participate or not. What's he doing as far as his outfit? He doesn't like to do any mask. I was thinking maybe a Where's Waldo with a red and white striped cat and a hat and some glasses.
There you go. That's easy. Easy to do and fun, and you don't have to cover your face.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I guess kids, I think between 4 and 8 seems to be a really cool age.
Yeah.
They're just all really into it.
Right.
And then at some point it kind of gets silly and stupid.
Right.
Or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all, I like to always think of it as just fun. And
they take a turn when they get into the younger teens of being, more zombie and witches and ghouls and more of the, evil side of Halloween rather than the fun superhero stuff.
And of course U of I will be, the weekend college kids do some things. They dress up a little bit as well. Okay, ESPN 93.5. Let's talk about Busey, your good friends at Busey. What's the best age to retire? Over the past 2 years, the average retirement age, about 63. Professionals at Busey Wealth Management can help you plan the right time for you. Deciding when to retire depends on your lifestyle preferences, changes in circumstances, health considerations, and financial readiness. Busey Wealth Management can help determine your optimal strategy. They'll review a variety of variables, how much you've saved, how much you plan to spend, and I guess you look at the charts, your life expectancy. Their experts understand no two situations are alike. They take time to listen and understand your needs. You can also utilize the retirement calculators at Busey.com to get a better idea of how long your retirement savings will last and how much can you spend each month in retirement. The experts at Busey Wealth Management can help identify your objectives, design a game plan to achieve your goals, and implement a program that fits your needs. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of their many convenient locations for solutions to your lifetime. Busey Wealth Management, investment products and services not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. Busey, your dream, our promise, member FDIC. Money cannot buy you love or class, but millennials have decided that money can buy you happiness, just not the way you expect. A new Wells Fargo study suggests that millennials aged 20 to 36 link satisfaction and happiness with stability and financial responsibility. Private wealth advisor Derek Kinney. How are you, Derek?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. So what's your take on this study? A third of the participants satisfied with their financial status. 62% felt happy overall. 65% using the word meaningful. You mean we're searching for purpose? The millennials a little more focused on purpose rather than a ton of money.
That's right. This is clearly a different generation than the baby boomers before them. And let me give you a quick example. I interviewed a millennial recently for a financial advisory job. And as we were talking, we had come down to the bottom line terms to get them to accept the position. They said, Mr. Kinney, I want some time to be on my Facebook, my Instagram at the office. I want to have time to do other things outside the office. And I thought, my gosh, we want the person to work here, not to be on their technology all day. And it gave me some insight in terms of how this generation was raised. So I think we need to let these millennials off the hook a bit. The parents that raised them gave them everything, rewarded them with everything, saluted them with everything. And so this generation's having a tough go in terms of adjusting to how the workforce, I think, works today.
Well, I'm told over and over that this generation requires flexibility. Are you seeing that?
That's right. That's exactly right. They require flexibility. And what we found is, especially working with my own client base that refers me to their kids as part of our wealth planning strategy, once they know why they're doing what they're doing, they tend to be more successful. Here's an example. If I were to talk to a millennial, and again, I use that as a term to broadly describe that entire age group, if I just say you need to save money, it often gets the stiff arm in terms of, well, that doesn't mean anything to me. But if I can say to them, picture your son or daughter going to the school of their choice. Picture yourself in retirement doing the things you really want to do. If they can paint a vision for that and they can buy into it, suddenly they become much more motivated in terms of savings. Because what the research shows is money is really not their motivator. The generation before them, status, prestige, their house, their car, things that drove them to be successful providing for their family is not what drives this generation. So especially businesses are going to have to kind of retool to attract those millennial dollars based more on experience and not just on status.
I don't know if you can save enough. I mean, there's never anything wrong with saving, right?
That's right. You never could save enough. The key, though, is what is that saving going to be for? I mean, I work as a financial advisor, for goodness sake, so I'm saving all the time, encouraging my clients to always be saving. But what we're finding is until the millennials realize here's why I need to be saving, because keep in mind, the perception is they've been handed everything their entire life and have thought that, well, if I can't do this, someone else will take care of this for me. Now, keep in mind, let me take a step back for a moment. Think about what the typical millennial's financial experience has been like. They've seen the tech bubble bursting back in 2000. They've gone through the 9/11 attacks. They've seen the Great Recession of 2008. So for the most part, all they've seen financially is negative, 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 and mixed in other world crises that have gone on. So there's really a lack of distrust with the financial services business. And so once we can overcome that, which takes a while, then they're more likely to see, here's a way for me to make money.
Yeah, the sooner you get started, the better. What if you're a little older and you feel like it's hopeless at this point? Is it ever too late to start?
No, and here's what I would suggest. I call this the sweet spot. So at a certain point in a person's life, they may have their house paid off, a car paid off. There are moments where you can take advantage of the opportunity. What I would do is have people write down, what do I owe? What do I own, which tells a person what their net worth is. But take a financial x-ray in terms of where do I stand today and simply get started. And one of the best ways to do that is to find an accountability partner. It could be your spouse, a friend, and say, look, I want to save a certain amount of money. Let's agree to ask each other each month, are you doing that? Mm-hmm. And then if we do it for, say, 3 months or 6 months, let's go to Starbucks, have a coffee, and celebrate those small exciting challenges that you've overcome. So it's never too late. The key, though, is to get started, but start saving now and do it out of sight, out of mind. The best way is what I call on autopilot, where you set it up and it automatically comes out of your account.
Yeah.
Because if not, there's often more month left than there is money.
Hey, Derek, nice meeting you. I appreciate your time. Where can people find you?
You can go to my website at Derek Kinney, DerrickKinney.com. Happy to be of help.
Thanks so much for your time and thoughts today. Thanks, Derek.
My pleasure. Thank you.
You bet. 8:15, ESPN 93.5. All right, Cubs play tonight. Must win for Chicago on the north side against those L.A. Dodgers. And it's an 8 o'clock start, meaning the game will legitimately be over by 11:30, 12, 3.5, 4,
well,
probably.
Groggy all week, really, because 8 o'clock start tomorrow also.
Man.
7 o'clock Thursday, at least.
Yeah.
So that's what we got.
All right, that's fine. Let's go.
Darvish on the mound.
Sold out. It's going to be an energy.
Yep.
Come on, Cub fans. I'm seeing long faces here.
Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks.
Yeah, and then Carl Edwards will come in.
Yeah. Carl. Colleen Magnifico does not like Carl Edwards Jr. Okay. So, New York over Houston yesterday, 8-1. Astros up 2-1 in that series, and they'll go at it this afternoon. Tennessee Titans beat the Indianapolis Colts yesterday. That final was 36-22. Also trending in NFL action is Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers having surgery on that broken collarbone. So we also have people that are chiming in on the text line, Io Tesumo, and how he will solve all our problems.
Well, I don't know if I would say that, but he would give us a boost because so good news would be really nice this week.
Illinois volleyball, Megan Cooney, Big Ten Freshman of the Week with her action on the court. Go Illini. We also have the Illini in action golf-wise. We're tied for 5th right now at Crooked Creek, if you want to check that out. So that's pretty much sports right now. It's mainly all about the Cubs.
And why does Yasiel Puig lick his bat? Has anybody seen that? He's this guy from Cuba. I think he's a wonderful athlete. He's probably not, met expectations because I think when he first came up, people thought he's going to be Mickey Mantle or some crazy great. I mean, he's good. He's a good player. A little showy, but really well built, big, strong guy. And then he'll swing and miss, and then he'll take the top of his bat and he'll lick it. I don't know what it's a weird thing because you've heard about guys that lick their golf balls. And that has herbicide and all that bad stuff with chemical, and they do.
Okay.
They say you're going to get that in your system, dummy. Anyway, it's look for Yasiel Puig licking his bat. I think it's the strangest thing. I've never seen anything like that.
Thing is, I have no idea how to spell it. Okay, here it is.
Puig.
Yep.
Puig. He's a really good player. I mean, I think he's really good, really talented. Well, it came out like a gangbusters. I mean, he really took the league by storm, and then he had some attitude issues, and then he couldn't hit, but he's a very good right fielder. Okay, anyway, Cubs tonight, 8 o'clock, US 105.9.
That's
You want to hear the home team do the games? It's on radio, US 105.9. There are some people that do not have cable. Talked to somebody Saturday. They do not have cable. They cannot get TBS or Major League Baseball. You need cable to get these games. Gone are the days, used to be on. I think the Yankees are on Fox. But I mean, it's a cable deal, TBS and MLB. So you better have cable. Otherwise, US 105.9. And again, ball game tonight, 8 o'clock. And won't Wrigleyville be crawling all day?
Yeah.
Or is it just gone? Is the excitement just gone? You can't regenerate what you did last year. It can't happen. So you're just like kind of in a Joe Madden moment. He put Lackey in. Oh. Wade Davis will pitch tonight if they need him. But this is new waters. You're criticizing the manager, Joe Madden. That just hadn't happened. It's going to be okay. One victory will cure a lot. So just win tonight. People will be back on the page tomorrow. But right now, a little grumpy out there with the Cup fans. Let's check your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Sunshine, high 70, 45 our low tonight. 71 the high tomorrow, down to 49. 76 with sunshine again on Thursday. Clear in the evening, low 50. Currently 46 on ESPN 93.5.
I talked to a good baseball mind, softball genius. Randy Walken will be coming up here in 20 minutes. He's the guy that's won like 1,000 million billion games with St. Joe Ogden. We'll talk a little baseball with Randy and what the Cardinals need to do to fix their problems.
Licks the bat for good luck.
That's what it is?
That's what I'm finding out.
But that's a new thing because he didn't used to do it. Anyway, Randy Walken coming up from St. Joe is great.
Sounds good.
Yeah. He'll tell us what the Cardinals need to do to compete with the Chicago Cubs. Just sensing grumpy. Cubbies are in the National League Championship. It's not over. All right, back in a moment, 8:20, ESPN 93.5.
From the Fox Business Network, Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs is reporting a stronger quarter despite weaker trading business. Morgan Stanley's quarter was also better than forecast. Johnson & Johnson has decided not to pursue 2 new drugs. The treatments were being tested for rheumatoid arthritis and leukemia. Volvo will be producing an electric car called the Polestar starting in 2019. The car is a joint venture with its parent company in China. Could Americans decide to sleep in on Black Friday instead of getting up early to pick up some shopping deals? Consulting firm Accenture says more than half of those surveyed say they're less likely to shop on the day after Thanksgiving this year. Black Friday is facing competition from online shopping, including on Cyber Monday, and from Thanksgiving Day shopping. With the Fox Business Report, I'm Ginny Cosola.
When weather hits, the right wiper blades make all the difference. That's when the Michelin Man is on your side, helping you see better and drive safer with new Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. Designed with exclusive SmartFlex technology or frameless beam design, Michelin blades flex to the curve of your windshield, giving you unparalleled, streak-free, long-lasting, all-season performance. So when the going gets tough, be ready with Michelin Premium Wiper Blades. It's a difference you can see. Available at Walmart and other fine retailers.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your Trane Comfort Specialist. Right now is a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system from Lands. For a limited time only, we're offering 0% interest for 6 years. That's no interest with equal payments and approved credit for 6 years on any qualifying Trane system. Or, here's another way you can save on a new Trane heating and cooling system from Lands. Trade in your old system. For a limited time, you can get a $1,000 trade-in allowance on any qualifying Trane system. So pick your best deal. No interest for 6 years or a $1,000 trade-in allowance and start saving. Call 1-800-AIR-REPAIR or find us online at landsinc.com. Remember, it's hard to stop a train. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
See Lands for program details. Call 888-653-0051 for details about credit costs and terms. Regular APR is 28.99 for newly opened accounts. APR may vary, subject to credit approval.
When you need hit music, you need Champaign-Urbana's hit music station. All the hits, Q96, where they start every workday with a Q96 Minute Music Marathon. A proud sister station to ESPN Radio 93.5.
Is your car's check engine light on? Got that sinking feeling something's wrong? Don't worry, see your CarX man. Your check engine light's the most important and misunderstood light on your dashboard. And CarX Tire and Auto can help diagnose the problem for free. The professional mechanics at CarX will use advanced diagnostics to pinpoint your vehicle's issues, and often the result is something minor. Don't ignore that check engine light. See your Champaign and Danville CarX man today to get your free check engine light scan.
Don't worry, call the CarX man.
Are you at your best when the whistle blows? With Carl Sports Medicine, you can jump higher, run faster, and be on your game every time. Take advantage of our professional athletic training services, plus injury prevention and free sports medicine walk-in clinics with injury experts. Get ready to reach your personal best. Visit carl.org/sportsmedicine or call 217-383-9400. Carl, official medical provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
I always think, when people do bad things, it always catches you. What you don't know or you may never see is how and when. Harvey Weinstein just happens to be really public, but he's been a really bad guy for a really long time. And people have known it, and they've kind of wondered, how does that guy keep doing what he's doing? Well, when you have the kind of money Harvey Weinstein has, tens and tens of millions, maybe even 100 million, he's a really rich guy. You got a team of lawyers, you got everything else. So what are you going to do? Claim he did this to me, and then they'll call you trailer trash and destroy your career and all these other things? But this is the epitome of evil and bad, what he's doing to women, and how many women. And it was pretty routine. His brother claims he begged his brother to get, help forever. And then he's obviously got many dysfunctions, but going into a sexual addiction treatment center in Arizona, it's a power thing, isn't it?
Yes.
He has total control over them, and if you don't play the game, you don't get the part.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the question is Hollywood like this? Is this just a rogue guy? You've heard about bad things where people do awful things to get ahead in this game? I never did care for the whole field of acting. I love the stage and I love all of that. But the problem with that is you can be the best actor in the world and never get a part.
Yes.
Because it's just a chance, a break, a luck.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to be ready when you get a shot. And then you have to have the right material so people like what you do. I mean, it's just there's a lot of wonderful people that are great on stage, but you just got to be good at bussing tables as well as acting. It's just a hard profession to count on anything. I mean, we all enjoy the movies and the stage and theater and production. We love all that. It's wonderful entertainment. It's just a hard work to get noticed. So you do things and you compromise perhaps because you're struggling and you're trying to get ahead. And this person has all the context. See Bill Cosby and how many women he abused by drugging them because he was going to mentor them. These are dastardly people.
Mm-hmm.
These are terribly evil people. Bill Cosby called the parents of these women and said, I'm going to help your daughter. My goodness. Sicko. That's terrible.
Yeah.
And the family's excited, telling her friends she's got a meeting with Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby, America's dad. Are you kidding me? Harvey Weinstein, I didn't know from Adam. I knew he's a big Democratic player. I knew he gave a lot of money to Obama and Clinton. I didn't know much about what he did. Apparently, a lot of people did. Brad Pitt threatened to beat him up. Brad Pitt went up to Harvey Weinstein and said, I'm going to kick your butt and give you a Missouri whooping if you talk to Gwyneth Paltrow again. And he backed down. Bullies sometimes don't like being confronted.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's they're going to officially fire him today via conference call. He's going to be on from his treatment center. And the board will fire Harvey Weinstein, whatever that means.
Right. There's no formal charges against him. He probably won't go to court for this.
Well, they're looking into some of the rape charges now, finally.
Oh, okay.
There's like 5 women claiming this now because it's safety in numbers. Finally, when the evil man falls, everybody jumps up and said, well, he did that to me too. And then you get in line. And you're going, well, how would you continue to enable this person? How do you kind of know but don't say it because you don't want to ruffle feathers or you don't want to, you're trying to get work yourself and you got a chance of this big part this project they've got going on. And anyway, we're kind of seeing how some of this stuff works and it's not very pretty, but I don't think it's a shock. I mean, are you shocked that this guy's bullying women? And I mean, I'm not shocked by it. I think the culture is kind of like that. That's my perception of it anyway. I think there's a lot of good people probably, but I think there's a lot of rot with zero morals of anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the work and the job and the show and the
if
part.
You're in a position of power, then
I guess you abuse it in some cases,
right?
And I know that
who's going to tell you to back down?
Well, and I know that this isn't exclusive to Hollywood. People, men in power, women in power, I suppose, they can abuse their spot. They can bully people. They can be awful human beings to be around. You're saying, how in the world did this person get so rich and treat people this way? It's, yeah. So anyway, the Harvey Weinstein thing will be out there for a while, but I think the continued parade of women abused will just keep coming. They'll keep coming forward, and people will. There's a lot of people that are jumping out now. All right, we're back in a moment. 8:29.
You already know Houlihan's Restaurant and Bar at the iHotel is a great restaurant, but don't forget about the bar. Fantastic drink specials and mouth-watering menu items from snacks to full meals. A nice selection of draft, craft, and domestic beers, and just about any cocktail you can imagine. Watch a game with multiple flat screens on all sides of the bar, or grab some tables and make it a party. Drink specials daily, plus Houlihan's is now serving a delicious hot breakfast 7 days a week. Houlihan's at the iHotel. Check them out at the corner of 1st Street and St. Mary's Road, just south of the State Farm Center.
Hey, Central Illinois farmers, wouldn't you like a 10 or 20 bushel bump on your corn yields? At Stone Seed, their corn hybrids will get you the results you're wanting. 63-68, 64-48, 61-48. These are the hybrids to get you there. Stone Seed's corn lineup is second to none. Ask Tim Wood about 63-68 and its dominating third-party yield trials. Call Tim Wood, 493-2295. That's 493-2295. Stone Seed. We know Illinois. It's official. Weekends are now reserved for football, so come watch it at Buffalo Wild Wings with other fans who are there for the same reason, to watch sports. In a place packed with roaring fans and a vast menu of food, it's built for fans and it's home for football. And like a quarterback's top receiver, B-Dubs has a perfect wing sauce pairing for our Blue Moon Belgian white beer called Blue Moon BBQ. Available for a limited time while supplies last, and only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports. Please drink responsibly.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump's choice for drug czar, Congressman Tom Marino, is now pulling his name from consideration over reports he took a lot of money from drug companies tied to the opioid epidemic and pushed a bill making it harder to go after them. The president saying yesterday,
he was a very early supporter of mine, the great state of Pennsylvania. He's a great guy. I did see the report. We're going to look into the report. We're going to take it very seriously.
Congressman Marino would have led the Office of National Drug Control Policy. Arizona Senator John McCain says the United States should not turn its back on international leadership.
For the sake of some half-baked, spurious nationalism cooked up by people who would rather find scapegoats than solve problems.
It is unpatriotic, he says. Senator McCain in Philadelphia receiving the National Constitution Center's Liberty Medal. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana, I-74 and Cunningham Avenue, is the sponsor of ESPN's What's Up With That segment. Napleton's Auto Park is downstate Illinois' #1 volume dealer with over 2,000 new and certified pre-owned vehicles in stock. The inexpensive price of Kindles is all a plot to get you to spend more money on Amazon, according to new research. What's up with that? I'm Ryan Monahan. Kindle readers often gloat about how much money they saved getting a Kindle instead of another tablet. But new research from Consumer Intelligent Research Partners found that Amazon members who own a Kindle end up spending about $450 more a year than Amazon members who do not own a Kindle. Time reports research shows that Amazon wants to keep the price of a Kindle low, so lots of people buy them and then spend more money on the Amazon site in the long run. Time reports the research firm's founder who did this study says that Kindle Fire and Kindle e-reader is really a huge portal to Amazon.com. What's up with that? I'm Ryan Monahan. That's my take. Post yours on ESPNCU.com or check us out on Facebook by searching What's Up With That. This What's Up With That segment was brought to you by Napleton's Auto Park of Urbana. Napleton's Auto Park is your regional buying destination with Toyota, Scion, Hyundai, Kia, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Volkswagen, and over 300 certified pre-owned vehicles.
From restoring damage in just one room to an entire building, turn to the Serve Pro cleanup team that served our local community for the past 25 years. The Serve Pro of Champaign, Urbana, and Vermilion County restoration specialists are trained and here to help. When fire or water damage strike your home or business, strike back by calling the Green Trucks or visit them online at serveprochampaignurbana.com. They're faster to any size disaster and they'll make it like it never even happened. serveprochampaignurbana.com.
Field & Stream is hiring for our new store in Marketplace Shopping Center in Champaign. Our stores boast the very best in firearms, archery, fishing, and camping equipment. If you have a passion for the outdoors and want to share that passion with others, and apply online today at jobs.fieldandstreamshop.com. That's jobs.fieldandstreamshop.com. Field & Stream is an equal opportunity employer. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age.
Here we go. Weather, ESPN 93.5. Diane Ducey has our latest.
It's looking good, Stevie. We've got a high of 70 today, down to around 45 in the evening, 72 tomorrow, up to 75 on Thursday, 77 Friday and Saturday.
All right.
Right now the temperature's at 47 on ESPN 93.5.
Fighting Illini again, getting ready to go to Minneapolis. They'll take on the Golden Gophers. We have some injuries, linebacker, etc. Jeremy Warner Show with Austin Berkland coming up after 9. And learn more about the Fighting Illini at Minnesota. It's 2:30 kick, and we're like a 14.5-point underdog, I believe. ESPN 93.5. All right. Very happy always to welcome to our program Tanya J. Powers. How are you?
Hey, good morning.
What's going on with you? We're always happy to have Tanya because she spent a little time at Oxford, Mississippi. Mississippi.
Yes, more than a little, but you are correct.
Mississippi School District pulls To Kill a Mockingbird because it makes people uncomfortable. True?
Yes, but there's some context that goes with this a little bit. So I want to make sure everybody kind of knows the backstory and all of the details about it, because the headline is it's not necessarily misleading. It's true. They have pulled To Kill a Mockingbird in one particular school district. This happened in Biloxi, which is in southern Mississippi, down at the Gulf Coast. And so what the school board decided to do, they said they had gotten some complaints about the language in the book, that it makes people uncomfortable. The vice president of the Biloxi School Board said they can teach the same lesson with other books. So they're going to use a different book in the reading curriculum for the 8th graders, the school district. They're going to take, this one out of the required reading. Now, again, it's not being taken out of the school. It is not being banned. They're not pulling a dumpster into the court square for everybody to toss their copy in.
Not burning books. Not burning books.
No.
Okay, good news.
We're not going to that extent.
Okay.
They said, like I said, their words are that they can use another book to teach the same sort of lesson, and they felt that this was a better way to do that. The students can still read the book, still in the library. It's not, that's not what's going on.
I knew, being the watchdog of Mississippi, you'd take care of this, Tanya J. Good work.
Well, I did get, I did grow up. I was born and raised there, so I'm not. I understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
I will tell you though that I don't remember. I don't think it was required reading when I was in the 8th grade, or high school for that matter. I read the book, but it was later. I don't think it was required reading, but I can't swear to it.
They're a better guy than Gregory Peck. I mean, man, I always thought a great band name would be Atticus Finch. I mean,
I'm surprised there's not one by that.
I thought that would be a great band name, Atticus Finch. And boy, you know what actor made his acting debut in that movie? Robert Duvall.
That's right.
He was Boo Radley behind
the
door. Yeah, I want you to meet. His name wasn't Boo. I mean, Gregory Peck introduced him as his real name. Anyway, it's classic.
Right.
And Gregory Peck was like, "Come on, man, how good are you? Come on."
Yeah. Yeah, he. I mean, and it's a classic book. I mean, it's a Pulitzer Prize winner.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Harper Lee. Basically, she didn't have to do anything else after this book.
Amazing.
I mean, that was that was it.
Touched us. There's no doubt about it. It touched us. All right, Tanya J. Have you been to the Grove in the last year or so down in Oxford, or no?
When's the last time I got down there? It's been within the last year.
Okay.
I just don't remember exactly when. It wasn't during football season.
Still has that energy in the Grove, huh?
Nowhere else has that.
I mean, I was dizzy walking through that. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Shit." You
were probably blinded by the candelabras in tent and the china on the tailgate.
Didn't know you could hook up a chandelier like that. That's amazing.
And a big screen TV and a heater and pretty much anything else you need. Yeah, there are people who go tailgate that never even go to the game.
I mean, I'm talking about the whole area's got to be 20 acres. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, it's. I don't remember how many acres it is, but yeah,
it's a bunch.
They're packed in there like sardines.
Oh, I know it. I was there. Crazy. Hey, listen, thanks for your time as always.
Anytime. Thank you.
8:39, Hall of Famer Randy Wolken is in St. Joe. Coach, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing this morning?
Superstar. How many wins do you even know? You're like over 1,000 girls softball victories in however many years you've been doing this thing. Anybody ever add up how many wins you've had as a coach? Because you did basketball. You've done a lot of coaching.
Yeah, I've done a lot of coaching. I've put a lot of years in. So, yeah, it's been a nice run, though. I've enjoyed it.
Well, you've done great, and you're a big Cardinals fan, and we were talking, and before I ask you the Cardinal fixes, because I'm sure you've got them, you went to Las Vegas the end of the week after the shooting. Can you tell me what that was like?
Well, for most of Vegas, it was the same. There was no difference, but we did have a show that my wife and daughter, Christy, went to in Mandalay Bay, and it was pretty somber there. And there wasn't that many people there in Mandalay Bay. But for the rest of Vegas, there was no difference.
You just didn't feel anything, huh?
No, you didn't. And I talked to a number of people about it. I talked to a cab driver, and it was an interesting story. The cab driver says it never would happen in Africa. He goes, somebody killed somebody in Africa. He goes, they kill that person and all his family and the wife's family and everybody else. So he says, it never happens in Africa.
Well, I bet not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I said, oh, boy.
Yeah.
And
I've never heard of that. Wow, that's crazy.
No.
So, and of course, you did what you normally do, and that's have to leave with a Brinks truck. Congratulations again.
No, not exactly, but it was fun.
That's it. Hey, okay, the St. Louis Cardinals. I know what a good fan, solid baseball mind that you are. And you said it earlier, and then I quoted you. The Cardinals didn't have a thumper. You said that in June. They still don't have a thumper. I think the Cardinals are more than one move away. I think they're 2 or 3 moves away. What do you think?
I have to agree. One thumper won't do it. I think you have to have the opposing pitcher worry about 2 or 3 guys in the middle of the lineup. They don't have to worry about anybody in our lineup. Just like the Dodgers, that Turner guy, everybody worries about Turner and see what he did to the Cubs the other night.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of it. And I think if you look at the teams that are remaining in the playoffs, they all have great relief pitching, especially the Dodgers.
Yep.
Oh, I think our relief pitching hurts us. We've lost so many games late because we can't hold a lead. So I think we have to really shore that up, besides getting
the word is that we're going to go get Greg Holland from Colorado. He apparently is number 1 on the list, and he'd be a closer, and I don't know how good he is. He's 31, but Greg Holland is the name I'm hearing.
Yep, that's what I'm hearing also, and I think that would be a good move. That's about as good as what we could get because Rosenthal's out with Tommy John, so I don't know. I think, and then we need these 6th and 7th inning guys too, the 8th inning guys, the way it's going. So we got a lot of young pitchers, and I think the young pitchers' arms won't last through 7 or 8 innings. I think it'll be 5 or 6 for them. So.
Well, I'm telling you, and then the number 1 signee that the Cardinals signed, a reliever. The lefty, what a miss, right? I mean,
it killed us.
What was the guy's name?
Cecil.
I mean, but how a $30 million miss? How do they miss that far? Because I didn't think he was very good at all.
Oh, he was terrible. But later in the year, he got a little bit better, and he felt bad that he was so bad. But I don't know how you missed it, But that's the one thing about long-term contracts with relief pitchers. 1 year they're good, the next year they're not so good. So it was a gamble, and it did not pay off, and it hurt us the whole year.
Randy Wolken, Hall of Fame softball coach, St. Joe Ogden. Let me give you my lineup for the Cardinals next year. Leading off, Dexter Fowler leading off. Batting second, J.D. Martinez. Batting third, Giancarlo Stanton. Batting fourth, Jose Altuve. And batting fifth will be Josh Donaldson, and after that, I don't care.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. Well, you're spending some money,
And why do I care what they spend? There's no salary cap. I'll give you $3 more for my nachos, Randy.
Yeah, or your tickets and everything else. And your
whatever.
Parking.
Come on, man. Yeah. Right now, I just want to compete with the Cubs.
I know. I think it'll be years and years before we can compete with them again because the Cubs are young.
If they don't do some drastic 2 or 3 steps, you're going to go into the season best case wild card, and that isn't a very good feeling.
Oh, one game, you could be out.
No. Well, we'll see what happens, but it's going to have to be a super active offseason. Certainly, they know that. I mean, John Mozeliak sat there while the Cubs planted the flag on the mound. They have to not like that.
No kidding. Oh, it's terrible.
And then the next night, Randy, the JV beat him. Come on, man. That was bad. Taylor, somebody beat the Cardinals to eliminate him. What?
Oh, I know it. That was embarrassing.
Yep.
Totally embarrassing.
All right. Yeah. Well, let's see. Hope they get her done. Listen, thank you, and congratulations on all you're doing. We'll keep track of the Cardinals here in the offseason and be in touch. And what do you think about the Cubs-Dodgers? Cub fans, to me, have kind of cashed it in. They think it's over.
I never count the Cubs out. They got too many good hitters, too many young players that really are good. So I wouldn't count them out. I would not count them out. Yeah. The Dodgers, though, are very, very hot right now. So
they are.
They hit a hot team there. So.
And they got a really good bullpen, the Dodgers, man.
Oh.
Oof. Hard to get any runs.
It's like 18 up and 18 down. That's like really good. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, Randy Walken, thank you, my friend.
Okay.
Talk to you soon. You too. Good talking to you. He's the guy that's won like 1,000 games softball, more than that. He's just really cool and knows baseball. So there you go. Don't count the Cubs out. Is what Randy said. So that's what I'd book.
That's right.
Don't count the Cubs out. Everybody. Here we go. ESPN 93.5 Sports Headline.
Cubs are starting with Kyle Hendricks to the mound and Hugh Darvish for the LA Dodgers. Right now, the Dodgers are up 2-0. Games at 8 o'clock tonight. You'll hear the action on US 105.9. On the American League side, we had New York beating Houston 8-1 yesterday. Now they've got a game. Astros have 2 games. NFL action had the Tennessee Titans over the Colts yesterday, 36-22. And Green Bay's Aaron Rodgers will have surgery on that broken right collarbone. Illinois volleyball has Megan Cooney as Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Congratulations to her. We also have the golf team in action at Crooked Creek right now, tied for 5th. NBA's regular season starts tonight, but Indianapolis Pacers are in action against Brooklyn tomorrow, and the Bulls and Toronto's game is on Thursday. So that's why I haven't talked about that too much. NHL action tomorrow has the Blackhawks and St. Louis, so that's another local team of interest that's in action tomorrow. So that's what we've got. Right. I could talk about the J.T. Walker's High School Sports Showcase.
Please do.
Bloomington Central Catholic and Unity is sponsored by Carl Sports Medicine, Illini Mattress.
That's for first place, you know.
I know.
It's at Bloomington?
Yeah.
And this is for number 1 in the conference because the Rockets are undefeated. Bloomington Central Catholic has 1. So it's a BCC Unity. That's a showdown there.
It's going to be heard on Q96 thanks to Roof Doctors, Long's Garage in Urbana, Country Financial Agent Jesse DeHaan, and Tapman's Towing, along with i3 Broadband, another option for your internet, TV, and voice without the contracts. Check out their fiber network today at i3broadband.com. And we've got a bunch of Rocket supporters, including Keith Garrett in Tolono with Country Financial with that good student discount. Call 485-3010, proud supporter of the Rockets. 24-hour indoor shooting range, top-rated professional service, all in one location. I'm talking Momentum Archery on Route 45 in Tolono, Momentum.com. And also in Tolono, we've got Monocle's Pizza, Brian's Buildings, which is right next to Momentum Archery, Moomaw Trucking, and Freeze Funeral Home, also saying Go Rockets. It's Unity and Bloomington Central Catholic, Friday night at 7 on Q96.
Here's your ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast from the National Weather Service.
Up to 70, down to around 50 tonight, up to 72, down to 52. We get a little warmer as the week progresses. By Friday, we'll be up to 77. There's rain in the forecast on Sunday with a high 65. We're currently at 48. ESPN 93.5.
One thing Randy Walken said that might have surprised you, did not surprise me. You couldn't really tell a difference in Las Vegas after the shooting from the standpoint of business, except perhaps Mandalay Bay, where it was somber.
Right.
And the crowds were down, understandably.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the town, I mean, we probably felt more here than a lot of people did there because the deal's got to keep going. It's a lot of money involved here. And you want to keep the gamblers going and the shows going. There's just too much revenue involved.
400,000 people employed by the casinos and... all the entertainment.
A friend of mine was there New Year's Eve once, and he said, there's no clocks. They don't have any clocks in the casinos. That's, on purpose. They don't want you to know what time it is. And he said, you know what? They didn't even stop dealing. They didn't even stop dealing. Happy New Year, nothing. I said I was going to write a book on, addicted gamblers, and the title of my book was going to be The Deal Never Ends. Because it doesn't.
Right.
And you see how many pictures of people at the slot machine, cigarette dangling out of their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know what time it is.
You're right.
And gambling is what it is. I mean, many of us can do it entertaining and fun and limit it, but a lot cannot. It's much like alcohol and some of these other things. You can't stop. And it's got that rush of a thing, and you can't really just bet, but you got to bet a certain amount to get the rush. That's why you hear about, professional athletes on the golf course spending thousands on golf because it's a gamble, and $100 doesn't do it. You got to spend a lot of money to really make it like you feel it, kind of a thing. And I think it's the same thing. Going to a casino, you can play the big tables, you can play nickel. I think Las Vegas still has nickel and penny slots if you go downtown. I think they've got some of those old ones, and people just like the process of doing that. And many people can't stop doing that. And many people mess up and lose it all, and it's just a sad, sad thing. And that's why the whole gambling in Champaign-Urbana and around here, I initially said, we'll put machines in. That's fine, but they're going to be on every corner. And they're not on every corner, but they're on every other corner.
Maybe we should look into having one in our lobby.
Well, we'd probably make a little money on it, wouldn't we?
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, but the people that play, some do it for it, but some play a lot.
Yeah.
And the money that we know the numbers, it's tens and tens of millions and millions of dollars in Champaign alone over the course of a year. And you're saying, how? Really? In Las Vegas, that video poker where we learn a little more about that because of this awful event. You spend $10,000 on a video poker machine, chances are you're going to get $9,600 back. Oh, that's pretty good. No, you lost $400. It's just you're going to lose over the haul, and occasionally you'll hit, and then you'll feel good. But over the that's why there's so many light bulbs in Las Vegas. Somebody's got to pay for that, and it's you. You can't win consistently in that game. All right, final thoughts coming up. It's 8:51.
When you hit the brakes in time, but the guy behind you doesn't, get it to Gerber. When your teenager puts the dent in Stu Dent Driver, get it to Gerber. Gerber Collision and Glass. Call 877-7-GERBER. Gerber comes highly recommended.
Peace of mind is one of the most important benefits a bank can provide. That's why First Financial Bank is excited to offer First Provider Checking, which includes free online and mobile banking, plus identity theft monitoring and resolution service, cell phone protection, and much more. For details, visit us at first-online.com or see a First Financial representative. Some First Provider benefits require registration and activation. Insurance products are not insured by the FDIC or any federal government agency and are not a deposit of or guaranteed by the bank or any bank affiliate. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery. Country Arbors is having our biggest sale of the year. Every plant in the nursery is at least 20% off, with select plants up to 50% off. These aren't merely leftover plants from the spring. We've been bringing in fresh new plants to keep the nursery fully stocked for the last big push going into winter. The best time to plant is now. Less transplant shock and less money. So come out to Country Arbors Nursery for the best selection of trees, shrubs, and perennials, and they're all on sale. For more information and directions, go to countryarbors.com. I'm Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery, and have a nice day.
I bought a bunch of mums from Shane.
Nice.
They're awesome.
Uh-huh.
Who's
All kinds of colors, too.
Yeah. Oh, they had, how many different colors did he have? A gazillion. I mean, you really, 38?
Sounds right.
That many colors, 38? Who's this?
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Are you getting the attention you deserve from your broker? When you partner with Provident, you get an advisor who stays focused on you and your family. We work for you. Contact us today to schedule a consultation. Find us online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network.
Provident, partnerships built on trust.
Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Check out the new BMW of Champaign. It's not like the old Twin City. They have new on-site local ownership since 2013, along with a new state-of-the-art facility. With a Customer First Service Award winner for 2015, BMW of Champaign does business your way. Yes, they have tons of cars. Yes, they'll get you what you want. Yes, they discount, deal, and even pick up and deliver. So stop in, ask for Ben, and give BMW of Champaign a look. BMW of Champaign at the corner of Neal and Burwash in Savoy. Okay, so if the Cubs don't win, we'll have to deal with that tomorrow. But I expect them to win tonight and get that thing back to 2-1. It'll be interesting to see Yankees-Houston, whether the Yankees can even that up today. They looked pretty strong last night. Home runs by third baseman Todd something and, of course, Aaron Judge. That Aaron Judge, 6'7", 300, and athletic. He is a big boy. He's a big kid. Anyway, Yankees are, let's see if they're back in it or not. I don't know. Houston, how do you beat Justin Verlander and this Dallas Keuchel? I mean, how do you beat them? They're just, it'd probably be Houston and LA in the World Series, but we'll see. Cubs have 3 in a row at Wrigley Field, man.
Yeah, we'll do fine.
Weather's fine tonight, I think, in Chicago.
That's great.
Okay. I think that the Cubbies will be right back in it. I think they'll hit some dingers tonight. I think they're going to take care of the Dodgers, and then we'll see how we feel tomorrow. But definitely it's over feel from some of our Cub friends. I don't think it's over. Not yet. Now, you lose tonight, then I'm probably going to have to say it's probably over.
Nah, not even then.
All right. Why not? Okay, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Content coming up next. Jeremy Warner Show with Austin Berkland, 9 to 11. And don't forget Tan Carp this afternoon from 4 to 6. And our new lineup. Hope you're enjoying that. All right, we'll meet tomorrow and do this again. Thank you so much, Diane.
All right, enjoy the day.
It's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Again, thank you for listening. We'll talk tomorrow and check out what happened with the Cubs, and probably have to tell you what happened because game probably won't end until midnight. It starts at 8. US 105.9 has all of our Pat Hughes coverage, US 105.9. I'm Stevie J. Thanks again for listening. Have a great Tuesday.
It's Lante from ESPN 93.5, and whenever I need work done on my car, I go to Long's Garage. No, not Lon's Garage, Long's Garage in Urbana on Main Street, just east of Schnucks. From engines and brakes to new tires, you can get a variety of auto maintenance assistance from the experts at Long's Garage Complete Auto Service. Since 1941, Long's Garage has offered expert repair services. Visit them today at 503 East Main Street in Urbana, just east of Schnucks.
Hey, it's Stevie J. Have the roof your home deserves. For your next roofing project, why don't you go with Roof Doctors, a locally owned and family-operated business for over 25 years. They use superior materials. They're a certified shingle contractor, so they can offer a 50-year non-prorated full system warranty, and they won't loan your work out to subcontractors. Hey, Roof Doctors has worked on my home, and the results are fantastic. But don't just take it from me. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, Roof Doctors has plenty of satisfied customers. Get a free quote at roofdoctorsco.com.
The Champaign County Forest Preserve District offers lots of great ways for you to get closer to nature. There's miles and miles of hiking trails, lakes and ponds for fishing, canoeing, or kayaking, a campground for camping, and a golf course to enjoy an afternoon on our beautiful 18-hole golf course, or try out foot golf. And have you heard? The Kickapoo Rail Trail is now open, a great multi-use recreational trail between Urbana and St. Joe, where you can hike, bike, or run over 6 miles one way. Go to ccfpd.org. That's ccfpd.org to see what the Champaign County Forest Preserve District has to offer to get you closer to nature.
Hi, this is Gary Knight from Carmack Car Capital. You've been waiting all year for the best time to get the deal on your next new vehicle, and your patience has paid off because now is the time to buy. Stop in today where our selection is great. You'll never get a better deal than today with up to $2,000 over fair trade values paid for your trade-in. Plus, huge factory incentives means great savings for you. The 18s are in and the 17 Hondas and Hyundais must go. Get the deal today at Carmack Car Capital in Danville.
Spring into your new home with Busey. With free pre-qualifications, you can search for the perfect house knowing all of your options. From a new pool to that amazing new patio, let our award-winning team of associates make your dream of home ownership a reality. Visit Busey.com to apply in minutes or stop by one of our many convenient locations today. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're talking with Habib from Benefit Planning Consultants. Identity theft is huge right now, isn't it?
Identity theft for you, for your children, medical identity theft. People get medical services based on your name, all kinds of things. If you have any value in any property of value, any accounts.
All right, tell people how they can get hold of BPC. How can they get enrolled through Benefit Planning Consultants?
This would be a voluntary employer benefit added. So the employer can call BPC 800-355-2350 or bpcinc.com, and they can submit the request for us, and we'll call them back.
And what if I have a very small company?
There's no minimum enrollment virtually. I mean, 2 or more people. And so even if a small company can do it, no cost to the employer, employees can save more than going to LifeLock Direct.
does it cover family members, or must you add them individually, or can you add them individually?
You can add them, so you can protect everybody.
Go to VPCinc.com or call 800-355-2350 now. Bet you I know 3 kids that show respect to adults. I'll promise you those 3, because I don't think Mom would put up with anything less than that.
No, Mom wouldn't put up with it. Father-in-law is a retired police officer, and with my dad, they grew up that way.
But you love what you do.
Yes, I do.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a way to go. It's an atta girl. I mean, it's just great. Your dad would be very proud of you.
Thank you.
I mean, you've become this beautiful, strong public servant out there, and just great to see you again. Again, I'm so thrilled that you're our law enforcement official of the month, Michelle Robinson, and we hope and pray you stay safe. You keep doing that work and keep helping people, and that's what you're doing.
Yes.
We really thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Michelle Robinson, she's with the Urbana Police Department. She's our law enforcement official of the month. Thrilled having her here. Brought to you by SK Exteriors. Their website, callsktoday.com. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.